welcome to this edition of Sit With Me. For those that are new here, Sit With Me means STEAM Intuitive Therapy with me, your intuitive guide, Amina Hextall. Now, a Sit With Me session involves intuitive guidance through a specific topic of focus. It could be something that is an issue that's commonly being faced within the light tribe, or it could just be a topic maybe I'm dealing with or have dealt with that I think would be beneficial to the tribe. Whatever the case may be, we talk about it for a little bit. I give you some tips about how you can handle it better, harness the energy, release certain energies, whatever the case may be, using STEAM techniques. For those who don't know what STEAM is, it's soul transforming energy and movement. From there, you may get a guided visualization, some meditative movement, and hopefully some intuitive guidance in regards to helping bring clarity to whatever the focus was for the week. So I want to give a quick intro of who I am before I get to my book with all my notes and stuff for what I want to make sure we cover today. But I am Amina Hextall. I am a certified master spiritual life coach and intuitive guide. I am also a professional dancer. I am certified in several different techniques. Chakra healing dance was the first technique I was certified in to teach. And from there, I became certified in reflexology of the hands and the feet. I am an NLP, which is a Neuro Linguistic practitioner. I am also certified in meditation instruction teaching, which is a CMT. I am also a tarot master reader as well as crystal healer. I don't think I missed anything. And professional West African dancer, as well as the creator of STEAM Holistic Arts. Okay, and my purpose, my mission, my calling is to help people find their mission and their calling, to assist people in reconnecting intuitively to the divine and to their ancestors and to any of the light forces that be. For me, it renews faith, it renews your beliefs, it assists you in being inspired and motivated to pursue your goals and be your highest self. So really, my purpose is to help you regain holistic health, whole health. That means of the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions, mental, everything. Okay, and I use my tool STEAM to do just that. And STEAM involves movement that incorporates hand mudras, mantras, and affirmations and visualization. So it's a whole big process, but it has saved lives and created many master manifestors and healers. And I am very excited to be able to share this and help people get through past traumas so that they can renew their faith and become all that you can be. Okay, so with that out the way, first things first, the topic for today's session is healing from deep disappointments. Okay, the reason why I chose this topic is because it's a topic that a lot of people brush under the rug. When you're disappointed by something, a lot of times our defense mechanism is to say, okay, well, that happened. All right, whatever. Or, oh, I expected that. I knew that wasn't going to go the way I wanted. Or sometimes we beat our own selves up when we're disappointed in ourselves. Like, I don't even know why I tried to do that. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. Or, dag, I messed that up. Damn, again, I failed. Things like that. So I want to talk about that a little bit. And I want to use some of my personal experiences when it comes to disappointment. Some of our first experiences with disappointment stems from people. Maybe disappointments in parents, disappointments in lovers, and people that you expect to be in your life as support systems. Instead, they are there as lessons. And so I would say one of my biggest experiences with disappointment was when I had to accept and realize that my father was human and doing the best that he could. I think for a long time I held him on a pedestal that wasn't fair to him, where I saw him as like this big, strong black man who was supposed to be my protector, a provider, and just all around perfect. And when I saw imperfections, I became disappointed. Like, wow, he said he would show up, he didn't show up. I'm disappointed in him. He's not being kind, in a way that my mom deserves or we deserve. I'm disappointed in him. He's not showing up for me as I got older, and it was disappointment after disappointment. Disappointment stemmed from high expectations or putting your expectations on other people, other things, other places, and then when your expectations aren't met, you're disappointed. Now, that's not to say have no expectations. Yeah, you should have some kind of expectations, for what you are going to experience or willing to experience and accept from a person, a place, or a thing. However, you cannot hold on to these expectations to the point where you cannot accept when your expectations are not exactly as you envisioned them to be. And so when it comes to my dad, I have to look and I have to say, at that time he was doing the best that he could. And I don't know what he experienced as a child growing up with his father. But all I can do is focus on my movement forward from here. How am I going to parent? And that's where I have to focus my energy. Then there's other disappointments, such as in myself, where I might see someone doing something that I had an idea for a long time ago, and maybe I shared the idea with the person and they ran with it, and then I'm disappointed, like in myself. I'm disappointed in the person, like, wow, I thought we were cool, but apparently they were about themselves. Then I'm looking at myself like, why did you trust? Why did you share? Why can't you just let some people do for themselves and stop trying to take everybody with you as you ascend? And I'm not saying don't be disappointed in yourself or others, but you do have to acknowledge the feeling, and you do have to acknowledge the fact that maybe there are many things at play that cause a disappointment, not just what, there's more than what meets the eye, is what I want to say. So I have 5 tips for overcoming the challenge of disappointment. So my first tip is acknowledge and accept the feeling. Get it out and grieve. If you can't accept that you've been disappointed or someone has disappointed you, then there's no way you're going to be able to let the feeling go. You have to express the feeling. You have to grieve, because there is a period of grieving when something does not go the way you expected, or someone does not behave or react or respond to you in the way that you expected. There is a huge letdown, a huge disappointment, and sometimes you hang on to it so that when you have new experiences with this person or in a similar situation, that old experience rises to the surface and reminds you of it. But if you do the work through it beforehand, then when similar situations arise, you can look at them with new eyes, having learned the lesson and gained the wisdom from the past experience, not hanging on to the result of the last experience and letting that be your guide, if you get what I'm saying. I hope y'all understand. I hope I made that clear. So yeah, acknowledge and accept the feeling. It's fine to be upset. It's fine to be sad. It is okay to be frustrated, okay? Let it out. Get it out. And that brings me to number 2. Talk to someone who will listen. Journal and then let it go. So you should find a way that you can get it out of your head. And sometimes talking to somebody helps. Someone who will listen is specific. Because what you want when you're disappointed is you don't want the person who wants to give advice. You don't want the person who's going to try to be overly optimistic. You want the person who is going to sit and let you speak and express how you feel and say, wow, I understand how you feel right now, and you have every right to feel this way. And that's it. You don't want the person that's going to tell you, well, what you need to do is, you don't want the person who's going to listen and say, oh, well, it's not that bad. Look on the bright side. At least you want the person who is going to listen, let you get it out, understand, and that's it. And journaling helps as well, because there's no judgment, and you can just freely get everything out on paper. Whichever way you do it, getting it out is important in some way. Number 3, once you let it go, the disappointment, sit and think about how this situation may have been a blessing in some way. Maybe something happened this way so that this could be this way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my father disappointing me is what made me look for ways to heal that, which sparked being a healer within me. Look at the blessing in these things and the lessons. And that brings me to number 4, focus on what was learned. What did you learn from this situation? Rather than thinking of the feeling of the disappointment, think about the lesson behind it. What did you learn about the person, about the place, about the situation, about yourself? Okay? Because when you can assess the lesson, you can assess the blessing. And when you can assess the blessing, you can then assess the wisdom. And when you have the wisdom, then you don't repeat lessons again. You now can see them for what they are. And number 5, either detach from the situation through meditation or prayer, or take inspired action towards plan B. Now, what I mean when I say that is, you can detach, meaning I'm going to meditate, I'm going to pray, and I'm not going to focus my energy on that person, that place, or that thing anymore. I'm totally cutting cords with that situation and the people involved with it. Or you can say, okay, what else can I do? So maybe it's something you were trying to do and you weren't able to do it. You were disappointed. Plan B, how else can I go about doing this? Maybe somebody was supposed to do something for you, they didn't come through. Disappointment. But there's other people. Or can I do this myself? Or can I get it going myself? So those are 2 things that can help you detach from a feeling of disappointment. And I want to give a little brief guided visualization just to help you ground, to connect to that inner child, and to release some things that may be in your vibration from past disappointments. Okay? I'm doing a totally channeled visualization right now. So hopefully Spirit will stop this process in at least 5 to 8 minutes. So close your eyes. Okay, sit with your feet flat on the ground, or you can cross your legs if you're seated on the floor. Let's close our eyes. You can have your palms open, facing up, open to receive. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, feel yourself connecting to the earth, either through roots or cords from the base of your spine or the bottoms of your feet, going deep down into Mama Earth. Taking another deep breath. Feel these cords, this connection, deeper, deeper, reaching for the core of Mama Earth. Exhale. And as you exhale, feel yourself connecting with the energy, the security, the safety, the support, the foundation of the planet. Taking a deep breath through your mouth and start to feel this light energy coming up your legs, all the way up your spine. Exhale and feel this light energy going up your neck, up to the top of your head, and back in through the top of your head, down, down. Exhale and just feel this light coming down, 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 down from the top of your head all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Taking another deep breath in. Feel yourself glowing up. Exhale and feel yourself glowing brighter as light from above and below meets within your solar plexus that's right beneath your ribs and above your belly button. Maybe you can see a yellow or white bright light shining there. And breathe in through your nose. Deep, deep breath, letting in new, fresh air. And exhale through your nose, feeling the air being released through your nostrils that no longer serves your body. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Big breaths flowing with the energy of the universe. See yourself opening the door to an empty room. And breathe as you enter this room. There's no furniture, there's no one else except for yourself as a younger person, maybe a teenager, as a child. Yourself at an age where you are experiencing many levels of disappointment. Make sure you're breathing as you visualize your inner child. And they're crying, and maybe they're rocking and holding their knees to their chest. Maybe they're sitting on their knees. Perhaps they're lying down. Whatever the case is, you find them in a position of distress, a position of someone who has given up, a position of someone who no longer has expectations. Breathe in, and when you exhale, send some of that light that's in your solar plexus, send that light towards your inner child. And as you do this, hear yourself saying, I forgive you and I release you from any past disappointments. I forgive and I release others from disappointing me. And take some time to really understand those words. You are releasing yourself from the burden of carrying your worries, your fears, from projecting these upon others. send light energy. Maybe kneel down and wrap your arms around your inner child and let it know that it is safe. Safe from disappointments that can hurt. Safe to have some expectations for the future, but also safe to trust and let go and surrender to God. You're safe now. Those same situations will not happen again. You are different now, and you are attracting and calling in totally different experiences, totally different people and environments. Great things are ahead for you once you're able to release and let go of this feeling of disappointment in yourself or in someone else or both. Let it go and send it all up to God. And when your inner child feels strong, feels stable, feels light and love, you can begin to breathe through your mouth again as you return to your space, taking a deep breath through your mouth. Exhale and release any tension in your body from your head to your toes and your face muscles. Taking another deep breath through your mouth. Exhale and again let go, release, let all of the tension, any energy that is not positive, let it go out of your body, down those cords and roots into the earth. Take another deep breath in through your mouth and feel yourself filling up with the light and love of the earth. Exhale and relish in the connection you have to the Most High as your crown, the top of your head, lights up with a purple light, responding to the connection, to that energy. Taking another deep breath through your mouth. Feel yourself glowing up, feeling empowered. Exhale through your mouth and just relax. Release any leftover tension in your body, any worries. Let it all go. Let it all go. Let it all go. You are safe. You are secure. Just breathe for a minute, naturally. Slowly move your feet as you return to the space you're in. Rub the tops of your legs. Wrap your arms around yourself. You are loved, you are secured, you are protected, you are safe. Yeah, let out that sigh of relief because you are covered. Slowly open your eyes when you are ready. Alright, I'll be back with your reading. I hope that visual visualization did assist you in some way with releasing some of those feelings of disappointment. If you got emotional, that's fine too. Let it all out. And if you need to pause the video, do what you have to do. Take your time. I'll be back with your intuitive guidance. Hello. Welcome back. Well, I'm saying welcome back like you've been going along. For y'all, that was like 2 seconds. For me, that was a good 10 minutes. So let's get into it. Let's get into this session. So your reading is broken up into 3 piles. You choose the one that you feel drawn to. Pile number 1 is represented by this piece of red jasper. And the card, the flame. Pile 2 is represented by this jar of rock crystals. And the card, the animal. And pile 3 is represented by this pink butterfly. And the card, the sword. So, taking a deep breath through your mouth. Exhale. And the pile that you feel most drawn to is where your answers to today's topic, healing from deep disappointments, will be. And your intuitive guidance session will take place. So if your sit session is in 1, choose 1 or 2 or 3. I'll explain this enough. Y'all get it. I will be back with pile number 1. Hey, pile 1. All right, so you were drawn to this red jasper crystal and the flame. The flame, ooh, wow, look at y'all. A little feisty. All right, so the flame is actually your last card. It's your words of wisdom. So I'll put that to the side for now. And you were also drawn to this piece of red jasper. So I can see why your card's flying all over the place. It does feel like a lot of high energy. You're feeling maybe very energized at this time. Maybe there have been things that have disappointed you that actually have motivated you because of the disappointment to really, really take action on something. I don't feel like this is a pile that disappointments set them back. You feel like a pile that disappointments actually make you push harder forward. But let's see if that's good, if that's cool. So what's been most disappointing at this time for you? You have the great serpent, Ouroboros. It gives me a feeling of an ongoing cycle. I'm going to go to the book though. I actually like going to the book whenever I use these cards. So, all right, so the Ouroboros is the all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation, good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. The materials of our life transmute into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with your woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine. What is sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again in its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. And that's what I was getting from this, is the feeling of Every time you feel like something's going to go right, it flips and maybe it doesn't go the way you expected. So I feel like my pile ones, you're constantly feeling as if you're going in a circle. So there does feel like this pile, you do give me a feeling that you blame yourself for a lot of your disappointments. I don't see this as a pile that feels like, oh, someone has been a disappointment, but more so you are more disappointed in yourself, even if somebody else was the cause of the disappointment. This pile gives me a feeling that you have turned it inwards and you will blame yourself. Like, I was so stupid. I'm so disappointed in myself. I fell for this. Or I expected this to go this way. I'm so disappointed in me. And that is something that you're going to have to work on. So how can you shift your focus or release this feeling of disappointment in yourself? Water spirit, manifesting dreams. Focus on manifesting. Right now, you're in an energy where anything you want to create can manifest. So watch your thoughts. I feel like you are creating a lot of your turmoil or any disappointments. You're creating it. It's almost like your mind is already expecting things to not go right. But at this time, if you shift your focus from your past disappointments and focus on what it is you want to bring into fruition now, that will help you move past and release this disappointing energy. You also have fire spirit energy. And you had that red jasper there. And it just gives me the vibe. It's just saying, focus your energy elsewhere. You have an ability to bring your dreams into fruition at this time. So you're focusing on the wrong thing. Shift your focus towards what you want to create is what I keep hearing. Ancient oak spirit, strength. You're very strong. You are very resilient. A lot of people look to you for strength and as a leader. So you are also being shown at this time that if you focus on those around you that do support you, and even ancestor energy I hear coming through with this strength, that will help you to release these past disappointments. I do feel like it may be something that stems from ancestral lines. Maybe constantly ancestors of yours have felt disappointments in their achievements and in things that they've done. And however, with this strength card, they're giving you the strength that they had to persevere. And you really already have the gift to bring what you want to fruition. It's just a matter of you shifting your focus towards what you want to manifest now and releasing this blame on yourself for what did not work out the first time. And you have wise woman of the grove, grace. It just really feels like you have so many other great things coming in for you at this time. You can manifest and bring into fruition what you want. Shift your focus towards what you want to bring into fruition at this time and forget about the past disappointments. And that will help you to release the past disappointments by focusing on now. So let's see, why are you triggered by things not meeting your expectations? What experiences may have triggered this reaction in yourself? You have the 10 of inspiration. So maybe you're often one who has carried the burden or who is often expected to be a certain way, to do certain work. You have page of emotions, which is the page of cups. And you have the ace of voices, which is the ace of swords. I feel like you're triggered by disappointments because by these expectations you have, because you do a lot of work. You feel like you put in a lot of work, a lot of energy, and you do expect some kind of appreciation or love for it. And when you are faced with the reality that some people just are not going to be appreciative, or things are just not going to go the way you expect, even though you're giving, your heart's open, you're giving of yourself, you're vulnerable, you're being authentic, you are willing to do the work that you have to do, it's just intuitively, you kind of already know, you already expect disappointment to an extent. So your past is what is triggering you. Your past memories of where you might have tried something and it didn't go your way, or where you did most of the work and still didn't get the love in return. But that's going to shift. It's going to change, I feel. So what actually needs your focus right now? Where should you actually be focused? See, these are things you can focus on to shift your mindset off of disappointment and focus on manifestation is what they're telling you to do. But where should you be focused? What is going on right now in your life that needs your attention? We have a King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Empress. What needs your attention right now at this moment is your creativity and what you want to work on next. It feels like you've lost a little motivation, a little bit of your go out and get them type energy. And it's because you're doing too much. You're trying to juggle. You're doing a lot more than you need to be doing. And maybe it's to impress people. Maybe it's to make people see how talented and gifted you are. But at the end of the day, it stifles you creatively. You're not able to fully express all of these aspects of yourself because it's just too much. You got too much going on, and there's other things you have to focus your energy on. So they want you to really focus on what you want to focus on. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to do next? All right. And get that into balance. So we got some blessings coming in. It's a gift from your guardian angels meant to help elevate you at this time. So you have protection. Boom. They want you to know you're protected. So maybe you went through some really horrible disappointments in the past. They want you to know that you will not have that pain again. You have with this tree energy coming through, it really makes me feel like you have ancestral protection. You really have protection moving forward. So whatever you want to manifest, do it without fear if you can. And you have miracles. So something is coming in that's going to feel miraculous. Something that is being protected and you're being protected so that you can experience this. It's going to feel like a miracle, and it's going to be something I feel like that you either kept very safe or the divine kept very safe. But it does feel like it's something that's going to come out of nowhere, and it's coming after what felt like a storm, which felt like a lot of, harsh, chaotic energy. All right. So lastly, your words of wisdom for you moving forward with the flame. Pretty much the flame is meant to burn. It is meant to shine. It's meant to be a beacon. Do not let any past disappointments put this flame out. All of the disappointment you went through was meant to build this strong, persevering, and resilient flame. All right, there's something you are meant to do. This red jasper here shows me that you have the energy and the intelligence to do it. All you have to do is work through forgiving yourself for past disappointments and being able to shift your focus towards manifesting what you want now, coming towards you, coming in. Okay. But keep that flame going. You're creative. You have many great ideas. Put them into action and know and trust that you have the energy, the strength, and the grace to manifest your dreams. And that's what I got for you, my pal ones. I hope this resonated with you in some way. I hope that you enjoyed today's Sit With Me session. And if you felt drawn to any of the other pals, stick around and listen to them. Also, check out the descriptions to see if there's any other ways you want to connect with me. Give me a thumbs up if you truly enjoyed today's session. Subscribe if you're new here. And on that note, I want to say peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I will be back with Pal 2 later. Hey, Pal 2, you were drawn to the animal. Okay, I'm going to let that go. All right. So this is your advice card, and it will be read last. And you were also drawn to the bottle of rock crystal. Rock crystal is like, it's not exactly quartz, but it may be bits of quartz or just bits of crystal, crystallized rock. Just makes me feel like you're looking for some kind of clarity. I feel like you're looking for, at this time, when it comes to past disappointments, I think you're trying to look for understanding and clarity. Why did something go the way it went? I do feel for some of you, you may have already reached a point of clarity where now you're just looking for how to move forward, to move past these past disappointments. All right, so let's get you your answers. What's the most disappointing thing for you at this time? You have vinegar. Astum. I don't know if I'm reading that right. So let's see. Why vinegar? It's like you're bitter about something. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought when I see vinegar. It made me go, you're bitter. But that may not be it. Let's just see what exactly was meant. All right. So it says, the tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in a reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way. As they say, it is productive to look at your past but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. And there is your answer. What's most disappointing at this time for you is things from your past, and you must spend a lot of time looking back at past situations that you just wish went a different way, which is, a cause for disappointment. But I really feel like you look back and you think a lot, like what if, shoulda, woulda, couldas, a lot of that. Those are things that are in your vibration at this time when it comes to dealing with disappointment. So, how can you shift your focus or release this feeling of being disappointed in situations and incidents that have occurred in your past? Blue Bell Fairy, gratitude. Maybe notice the blessings that came out of these disappointments and be in a state of gratitude. Focus on, the blessing in the situations. Moonlight enchantment, magic. So I do feel like there's a huge shift coming for you July 3rd. The full moon is standing out for me here. Something magical is going to happen. And they want you to really stay in an energy of gratitude at this time because something is coming in for you. I do feel like, my Pal-Tus, you have experienced a lot of disappointment in situations in your past. But I do feel like maintaining a state of gratitude is ushering in some magic for you. It feels like, and you have like the animal as your main card, and then I see a wolf here howling at the moon. I just feel like there's something that's going to be unleashed within you. I feel you're really being guided. You got a lot of animal spirits coming through in your cards. Yeah, we have the unicorn, purity. I do feel like purging, cleansing will help you to release the past. Maybe you need to cleanse. Maybe there are old items from the past that you keep certain feelings in your energy or remind you of past disappointments. There's a need for you to focus on your uniqueness and your ability to start anew, start fresh. Spirit guardian of autumn, letting go. And that is your primary focus. Let go. meditate, visualize, and let go of the past is what I'm hearing as how you can shift your focus or release these feelings of disappointment in your past. So why are you triggered by these things, by things not meeting your expectations? Let's see. You have the Page of Voices, which is the Page of Swords. The Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Inspiration, which is the Queen of Wands. So why are you triggered by things not meeting your expectations? Well, my pal, too, you're a very honest individual and you're very much loving. You speak the truth. You show up when you say you're going to show up. You see things for what they are. And you feel like because you're honest and because your heart is open, Ace of Emotions, like you're full of love. You give people fresh new starts at honesty and love, and you are inspiring to other people. You are ambitious. You're determined. What I think you're triggered by things not meeting your expectations is because you feel like you give so much. You are triggered because you feel like you're honest, you're loving, you inspire, you're connected to the ancients, you're very wise, you give of yourself. Why do you have to, be disappointed by people and things so often is what I'm hearing. So what actually needs your focus right now? Where should you really be focusing your energy? Let's slide these this way. So you have Queen of Pentacles. So focus on your money. You should be focused on the stability that's coming in for you. This magic, it feels like it's coming in the form of finances. And a fresh new start at that. King of Pentacles. Wow. So you need to be focused on a soulmate. There's your match, your perfect match is coming in right next to you. Maybe he's not fully in his King of Pentacles yet. Could be someone who is very loyal, but they're not financially stable just yet, but they are meant to be. And you have Seven of Cups. Need to focus on your choices. What are you doing as far as maybe a relationship with someone needs to be focused on? The choices as far as moving forward with this person. And I don't necessarily feel like it's options as far as being with this person, but options as far as what are you going to do? How are you guys going to be together? Where are you going to live? Those type of choices. Are y'all going to have children? It just sounds like that's where you should be focused, is on your future with a mate or a partner of yours. Okay. So let's see what blessing is coming in, a gift from your guardian angels to elevate you at this time. Freedom. So maybe you've been feeling kind of stuck or trapped in a situation. You've been feeling like you can't go and be free and travel and do the things you want to do. It could be a situation. It could be financial distress, whatever the case may be. You're about to experience the freedom to go and travel and do what you want. And wisdom. So your experiences are being turned into wisdom. I feel like your blessing is also that you will be able to use your past experiences to guide others. I do feel like freedom here, you have all these other birds behind you. With wisdom, you have all these other fish here, and you're like the mermaid or merman coming down. And it just makes me feel like you're going to be free to travel, to share your wisdom in some way, maybe teaching from your experiences as well. But blessing that's coming in immediately for you is freedom. You are going to be able to travel. You're going to be able to really relax. And I think this freedom is coming based off of wisdom gained in some way, which leads me to your advice card, your words of wisdom from your ancestors or your guides at this time. with the animal coming through is that you need to free yourself. And that's why I think the freedom card is so appropriate, because the animal is all about someone who is restraining, someone who is not 100% allowing themselves to express themselves in the way that they are meant to, or they're being guided to, or that they feel to. And you're being called at this time to let go of these inhibitions and really live your truth. Speak your truth. Free your heart. Stand in your light. You know what? And open up to the magic and be grateful for these past experiences, because through them you're getting wiser. But yeah, you're going to be free to be you, to go where you want to go, to do what you want to do. That is your blessing. That's where you need to focus. That is your word. Those are your words of wisdom. Let that animal be unleashed and free, because that is who you're meant to be. You're a unicorn. And that's what I got for you, my pal twos. I hope this resonated in some way. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to check the description for other ways we can vibe. And if you're new here to the tribe, please remember to subscribe. On that note, I would like to say peace, blessings, and all that good stuff to all of you that comes from being a part of this light tribe and being a light worker in the world for God. Love y'all, and I'll be back with Pal 3. Hey, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the sword. This is your words of wisdom card, so you will receive this message last. And you were also drawn to the butterfly. Let me make sure my table's dry. I just did a quick little wipe down. So you're also drawn to this beautiful pink butterfly. So what I feel for you with the butterfly is that something has changed. Maybe you are someone who is already healed from a lot of your past disappointments. Yeah, it's like something about seeing clearly or flying free, like a huge change has occurred. Maybe you were someone who was dealing with something that was disappointing them currently, and now it's like you've gotten out of that, but there's some kind of change that has occurred in your life. Let's see what's going on. What's the most disappointing thing for you at this time? Venus doesn't look very disappointing. That's why I said it feels like you may have already been shifting your energy. But let's take a look at the planet Venus for you. All right, so Venus says pleasure, eros, and beauty. With the arrival of Venus, the senses open as if for the first time. It is the planet of pleasure, of touch, of sensual delights. Venus is often depicted as romance or eroticism between people, but it can also be experienced as an all-out love affair with Mother Nature herself. Aphrodite emerging from the ocean is a classic example of Venus imagery, as is Cupid with his bow. No matter how old or jaded you are, when this card appears, it's a sign that attraction is at an all-time high. The laboratory is alight with love. You may be in love with the work, with the materials, with another person, or with the world itself. Seeing beauty in small moments is a sign Venus is in balance. An obligatory reminder that pleasure and pain are usually found intertwined. So what I get from you is that you have probably had most of your disappointments when it came to matters of the heart, love relationships, heartbreak. But it does feel like you are going through a process of healing that and opening up to let new love in. If not, you should start the process, because it does feel like there's some new love coming your way. I just feel a lot of rainbow energy after what looks like stormy times. And it just feels like rough, harsh waters when it came to matters of the heart now being cleared so that the sun can come out and you can love without worrying about disappointments. So how can you shift your focus or release these past disappointments? Starry Night, acceptance. So first off, you have to accept that you were disappointed. You have to accept the disappointments that you discovered in these people that maybe you gave your heart to and that you loved. You have to accept the part you played in it. Okay? You have to accept that you are a co-creator and you attract in what you experience. And not everything is the fault of the divine, but actually the divine serving you in the way that you vibrate. Phoenix, transmutation. Yeah, you're going through a huge change. So if you want to release and shift your focus at this time, allow this huge change to take place in your life. Allow yourself to let these past heartaches die so that something new can be born. Okay? What else can you do? Aspen spirit, courage. Stay open. Have the courage to continue to stay open, to let in love and what you want. There's butterflies all in this picture. So I do feel like maybe you had lost a little bit of your courage. And what the big change that has happened is that now you are courageous and willing to go after what it is that's calling your heart, in spite of past disappointments. And you have dragonfly spirit, change. Yeah. Transmutation, change. So pretty much I am seeing a huge shift for you, a huge change when it comes to how you deal with these past heartaches. There is a big change coming. There has been a change. So I am hearing focus on the new love or the new experiences coming in, and stop looking back at these past maybe exes. I'm hearing ex-lovers and things like that. You have grown, you have changed, you have blossomed. Just onward and upward and onward is what I'm hearing for you. Okay? So why are you triggered by these things not meeting your expectations? We have temperance. Two of inspiration, which is the Two of Wands. And the Hermit. So I don't feel like you're very triggered by these things. At this time, you are solely focused on balance, finding peace, finding that person who is going to balance you out, who matches your energy. You just see peace at this time. I also see adventure. Perhaps you have your sights set on something far off, or someone far off, or a love that's far, or a love of something you love to do. Whatever the case may be, that's where you're finding your peace. Focusing on something that you have your sights set on, something that is in the distance, but that really has you inspired to go towards it. It could be a creative aspiration, or it could even be a love. With the Hermit here, it does feel like focusing on your spirituality, staying in an energy of meditation, of prayer, of knowing that better days are ahead. These are things that are keeping you in a balanced, peaceful energy. So I really don't feel like at this time you are being triggered by disappointments. I feel like their main message to you is not to dwell, not to constantly look back at, these disappointments. That may be where you're having the issue. All right, so what actually needs your focus right now? Where do you actually need to be focusing your energy? The world. Starting a new cycle. Yeah, with this transformation that has taken place, this big change, I'm sure you're going to be moving into a whole new world of experiences. So you've begun a new cycle at this time. Focus on this new cycle and not the old. Focus on what is ahead. Four of Wands. There's some kind of marriage coming in for you, or some newfound stability. For some of you, there's a marriage on the horizon, and for others of you, you may be moving into a new home, or maybe both. Whatever the case may be, you're about to start a new life with a new person in a new place, in a new home, and that's where you need to focus. And Seven of Swords. It did come through reversed. So focus your energy though on this, a new love or a new found stability coming in, and protecting that, because it does feel like maybe there may be people who don't want to see. I feel with the Seven of Swords, it's always tricky energy and betrayals and stuff. So be wary of those that may not be too happy about this newfound happiness. Don't worry about the past. The past can't affect you. Worry about those, this relationship having a fresh new start and not allowing anybody to backstab or do anything to throw this energy off. Wow, besides a marriage of some kind, what blessing is coming in that your guardian angels would like to give you to elevate you? Solitude. Wow. And you have the Hermit here. So it does give me the energy that going within, meditating, that is a gift for you. That maybe you're someone who doesn't get to spend a lot of time alone, or get to spend a lot of time just finding peace of mind. Well, they're going to bless you with some time alone, some time away, some time to really go within. And abundance. You're being sent an abundance of, and I would like to say money, but it feels like an abundance of things, an abundance of money. This money is going to give you the ability to go where you want to go, to spend time alone, to travel where you want to travel, to do spiritual work, to start a new cycle, to build a new home. This coming right under this castle of courage, it really makes me feel like you are currently going through a huge change where maybe your love life has often been disappointing. Now it's shifting. This is going to actually change for you, and your guides are granting you time alone, maybe because you're about to be in a family situation or dynamic, or you're getting time alone to be with someone that you're going to be building this with. Either way, there's abundance coming your way that is going to assist you with this change, okay? A lot of love in this reading, especially with Venus leading the way. And your words of wisdom moving forward, we have the Sword. Words of wisdom to you moving forward is to be open to change, to be able to release things that no longer serve you so that new energy can come in. It's like a sword just cutting through stuff, just cutting through anything that's chaotic, bringing order and peace and truth to a situation. So the words of wisdom you are being given is to stick to the truth, stand in your truth, keep your boundaries set. I'm hearing, yes, you can have boundaries, but at the same time still keep that heart open to let in love, okay? Boundaries, but open to love. That's your advice. That's what I got for you, my Power Threes. It was pretty much straight to the point. I think this was a great sit with me session today. I hope it helped many people with dealing with deep disappointments. This is just the start. If you would like to do further work, check out the description, email me. Description tells you all the ways you could contact me and hit me up about joining my workshops, working with me one-on-one, and anything else. If this style of reading, if my energy, my vibe, my intuitive therapy session works for you, give me a thumbs up and join the tribe by subscribing. Okay? I love to have new light workers join us. That is my mission, is to help light workers find their purpose by clearing out all of the past bull so that they can focus on their mission in this lifetime. I'm here for y'all. I'm Amina Hextall, and this was Sit With Me. Episode number 1, actually, guys. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm sending y'all so much light and love. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this light tribe here on Get Into It's channel. Love y'all. Bye.